In today's video, we are going to be talking about the upcoming full moon in Gemini. So aptly, as Gemini rules the hands, I'm going to be doing my nails. Hi, I'm Megan, modern astrologer, witch, dog mom, keeper of plants. The titles grow, the titles grow. I'm here to help you work with the energy of the new and full moon. So please subscribe and let's get into the video. Maybe because I'm a Libra, but I love grooming with people, like doing hair, nails, makeup, that kind of thing. Consider us bonding right now. This upcoming full moon in the sign of Gemini is going to be Monday, November 26th at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, this is the Monday right after Thanksgiving. And I love this energy for right after Thanksgiving. Gemini is a very social sign. So let's dive into the energy overall of Gemini. Gemini is a mutable air sign. Mutable signs are at the end of their season. They act as a transition. They're more adaptable. They're more open to new ideas. And air being all about ideas, intellect, kind of being up in the air. And Gemini is represented by the twins, Castor and Pollux. So it's 2, and Gemini rules communication. It's a very, very social sign. Oh, I didn't show you. These are the nails that I'm doing. These are from Spirit Halloween, but aren't they cool? Witchy. A super easy meditation to do for this full moon, and this is a grounding meditation that's from the book Psychic Witch by Matt Arn. If you have not picked up that book, what are you doing? You can literally read it and become psychic. It's crazy. Anyway, so for this meditation, it's the first exercise from Psychic Witch, and all you do, this is gonna sound really simple, but it's actually very hard. All you do is count backwards from 100, but try to focus on the numbers the entire time. So count down from 100, and like if you get to 70 and think of something else, start over. When I first started doing this exercise, I tried for maybe 20 minutes and gave up. Truly. So if you can't finish it, if this is tough for you, especially if you have a lot of air energy going on, it can be really difficult to stay focused, which is what makes this meditation go hand in hand with Gemini, because it's very, very grounding. And with full moons in Gemini, it can be a very ungrounded energy. Air is literally the opposite of ground. Like, sorry. And I'm saying this as someone with air placements, we can be a little all over the place. So by doing this meditation, you're really calling yourself back. But it is harder than it sounds. And do that until you can get all the way down to 1. And it is so satisfying when you can, and you will be in such a good meditative state. If you can, try to move on to the journaling right after you do this meditation. In a journaling exercise for this full moon in Gemini, this one's a fun one, and we are going to rewrite an old story. Full moons generally are releases, so we are going to release ourselves from a prior expectation we put on ourselves, or maybe a way of seeing things that we could change. Think about a time you were uncomfortable and rewrite that scenario from the perspective of someone other than yourself. And you might be surprised with this exercise how another person might see a situation differently than you. It might allow you to release some shame or whatever emotions you have going on with that situation. This full moon in Gemini is all about rewriting those old stories that we tell ourselves that might not necessarily be true, like if we go back and really truly process it. So try writing those scenarios out. If you have that energy, you can do a few of them, but just feel it out okay, because it can be intense. So some crystals you can incorporate, and you can hold these while you meditate. Just put them around the room you're in on the day of the full moon, whatever. So you can incorporate both crystals for Gemini and Sagittarius. So some crystals for Gemini are agate, chrysocolla, and clear quartz. And some crystals for Sagittarius are red jasper, turquoise, and aventurine. Gemini rules the 3rd house of communication, the mind, thinking, sort of your intellect. Gemini is the energy of a eureka moment. I really like that to describe Gemini. So it's like that moment of like, aha, like an idea almost out of nowhere that is very exciting and groundbreaking. So I want to preface this by saying every full moon is a good time to work on your shadows. And your shadows are the lower side of yourself, your wounds. And every zodiac sign has a higher and lower vibration, right? You can either be aligned or not aligned with that energy. So when you think about Gemini, think about communication. So the low side of communication is like oversharing, talking too much, or maybe misunderstanding others' communication. So it's like communication, but it's all out of balance. That is essentially what low sides of the zodiacs are when they are out of balance. Perfectly aligned or in its higher vibration, Gemini is quite frankly a brilliant sign. Like literally so brilliant, great for generating new ideas, transitioning, very adaptable, very, very adaptable. Great at coming up with ideas that like totally wrap up a thing so we can move on to a new. Yeah, on the high side, the Geminis are who you want in your innovation department, as it is happening in conjunction with Mars in Sagittarius. And Mars in Sagittarius is a really fun energy. It's that Sagittarius adventurous energy combined with Mars, the planet of action. So this full moon and a few days on either side of the full moon are a really, really good time astrologically to make a leap of faith. So take action towards something that seems a little risky or adventurous. That's the thing about astrology. You can work with these energies, but you have to do the actual work. Like you can't just wait until the day of the full moon and then do nothing. It's a good time to do the thing that you already need to do. So it starts with the new moon, goes up for 2 weeks to the full moon, and then goes back down for 2 weeks to the new moon, rinse and repeat. So full moons, you want to think of peaks, heightened energy. It's an amplification of what is already there. So you might find if there's areas in your life that you've become stagnant, or maybe you're not trying as hard as you could, you've lost your passion, this full moon is going to highlight that. Every full moon occurs in opposition with the sun. So the sun right now is in Sagittarius, and Gemini and Sagittarius are very alike but different. They're the zodiac signs of the mind and thinking. Like Sagittarius is a very scholarly sign, and Gemini very intelligent, and together they're the super smart brainiacs of the zodiac, pretty much. That is one of the negatives of Sagittarius. It can be very much a know-it-all energy. Same with Gemini, but to a lesser degree. For your full moon ritual, gather your friends and then start by doing the meditation, that count backwards from 100 meditation I went over earlier. So do that meditation for 5 to 10 minutes and then do the journaling exercise. So write about a situation from another's point of view. And then when you're done, go around the circle or however many people you have and maybe share how that made you feel, if there's anything that came up that you would want to communicate with the group. And that's it. It's really simple. You just meditate, journal. If you want, you can set up some crystals in a grid right in front of you while you do it or around the space that you're in. It's super intuitive, guys. This is magic. It's literally the opposite of science. So just do it for the vibes. Do your circle for the vibes. Some rituals for this full moon in Gemini. These rituals or activities you can do within a few days on either side of the full moon. That's totally fine. Do something playful that you don't normally do. Go to a trampoline park. Try going to like Topgolf or something. Do something that invokes that childlike, curious spirit in you. So Gemini. Love Gemini. We really love Gemini. It's such a fun sign. Another thing for this full moon, make sure you go to a yoga class or do at least 10 minutes of yoga. I personally lean closer to doing 30 minutes an hour. Because this full moon is in an air sign, you're not going to feel grounded. So by doing yoga, you can counteract that and you won't find yourself frazzled. Another ritual you can do is to go somewhere with someone you don't hang out with often, but who you want to be more like, or you want to communicate more like. Someone who inspires you, someone you look up to. Plan a little coffee date, hang out and chat, Skype them. So we're the average of the 5 people we hang around most. So find someone who you aspire to be more like and hang out with them very intentionally. And on the flip side, this full moon is a good opportunity to look deeply upon those friendships that bring down our average. And are they worth holding on to? Do we need to do some cord cutting? That's for you to know, but I bet there's some friendships you're thinking of when I'm saying this. So maybe just reconsider those, just saying. This full moon, some themes are going to be releasing doubt, limiting beliefs, and old stories that hold you back. Get ready to take that leap of faith, whatever it may be this Sagittarius season. I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Gemini. Let me know in the comments below your Gemini placements, any planets, what house, would love to know. almost done with my nails. Last nail. Yay! I don't know if you can see, this is what they look like, and my camera's about to overheat anyway. So thank you for watching this full moon Gemini overview. Let me know if you liked this more cash video format. This is your excuse to go get a manicure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.